Okay, so before I run to work, I just wanted to share a really quick story with you that popped in my head this morning in the shower. And that is a story from, excuse me, from my first year as a PA in my current job. Now, I've been with my one surgeon for almost 9 years now. This was like the first year that I was working with him. And I knew he would be a great boss, as he still is. But I was still new to the job. I wasn't really sure at the time. So anyway, I get a phone call from a physician at a rehab center. And this guy was pressed, let me tell you. We only put our patients on aspirin after surgery for DVT prophylaxis. And at the time, the data on that was pretty new, but like my boss is up with the times. He pays attention to the data. So we started switching to aspirin only after surgery to prevent blood clots. And so this guy calls and he's like yelling at me and saying, "This is inappropriate. I need to switch the patient to Lovenox. I'm putting them on Lovenox. They had a knee replacement, blah, 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 blah." So I'm just politely like trying to explain to him like, no, I understand, but this is what Dr. Blank prefers, and we use aspirin for all of our patients, and this patient has no other risk factors for blood clots. So please keep him on aspirin. Well, he did not like that. And he goes off on me and he's like, "Who are you? I will not speak to the PA. I would like to speak to the surgeon, the physician. Like, I don't need to deal with you. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah." So at this point, I'm like shaking because I'm like, oh my God, someone's yelling at me, right? But I'm like, okay. So I go and get my boss and I tell him like the quick story, and he could see like I'm pretty upset. And he gets right on the phone, and I knew, I felt kind of bad for this guy on the other end at that point, because he hits him with like some Ivy League shit. Like, if you're gonna do this, then you better know your data, and you are not well read on the current data, blah, 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 blah. And this is why we're using aspirin. And he like lays it all out there for him. And then at the end of the call, he goes, "Oh, and by the way, if you call my office again, expect to speak to the PA, because my PA is an extension of me. Everything she tells you is what I will tell you. So do not call here and speak to my PA that way ever again." And he just hangs up the phone. And I was like, what? Like, it was just a good feeling.